Thank you for joining us today. My name is Koya Tompkins, and I'm the president and CEO of the Community Violence Intervention Center, where our vision is to end interpersonal violence in 2 generations through safety, healing, and education. And today we get to talk about the Blue Zones project, which is directly related to our education pillar. The Blue Zones, of course, is new to Grand Forks, but it's actually been around for well over 10 years now. So tell us how it got started.
Yeah, actually, Blue Zone started in 2004 by a gentleman. His name was Dan Buettner, and he was a National Geographic fellow. And he and his research team set out to try and find the longest healthy living people within the world. And they traveled the world, him and his research team, just looking for where can they find what they call centenarians, so 100-year-olds living still vibrant, healthy lives. They actually found 5 different locations, and they named them Blue Zones. And the reason they're Blue Zones is because they took a blue pen and circled the 5 locations. So nothing scientific, but it was a blue pen. Yeah, so that's that. So what they did was they immersed themselves within these communities to try and figure out how they're living so healthy for so long and naturally. So, they're not doing any fad diets. They don't have access to phenomenal health care or the best doctors in the world. They're just living these healthy, long lives. So some of the places are Okinawa, Japan, Akiria, Greece, Loma Linda, California. Someplace in the United States, Sardinia, Italy, and Nicoya, Costa Rica. So all very different places, but yeah, kind of the same. They came up with 9 core principles, so we call it the Power 9. But those 9 principles kind of are the same throughout those 5 very different locations.
Would you mind kind of stepping us through the Power 9? Because it sounds so simple after you listen to this, and then but it's just really amazing what it can do for health and well-being.
We have the Power 9, and we break those into the core 4. So like you said, move naturally, right outlook, eat wisely, and connect. When we look at move naturally, really it is not getting that gym membership, and going to the gym and jumping on that treadmill and running, 3 hard miles. It's maybe planting a garden. It's maybe walking to work, taking the steps.
Okay. And then right outlook.
Yeah, right outlook, which I think is wonderful. It's downshifting. So really taking that time to breathe, to relax, to try and reduce stress. In fact, in Loma Linda, they're a very high community of Seventh-day Adventists, and they use Saturday to completely unplug from work and spend time with family and loved ones to really downshift. And then having a strong sense of purpose, that why do you get up in the morning? What is that thing that really lights your flame? And not only finding and discovering what that is, but then figuring out ways that you can fill your cup within the community. So one of the things we do is we have purpose workshops. And Whitney kind of leads some of those purpose workshops, and we'll get the community involved in it. But those purpose workshops really help you to identify what your purpose is.
And then the other one, I love how this is worded, because it doesn't say eat right, and it doesn't say eat perfectly, and it doesn't say low carb or any of that. It just says wisely.
Yes.
So talk to me about that.
Yeah, so under eat wisely, it's really, the one thing is plant slant. So we're not saying no meat, but eating more fruits and vegetables. And when you think about healthy choice, the easy choice, making sure that everybody has access and easy access to those fruits and vegetables. And then another thing which I think is amazing is in Okinawa, Japan, prior to eating, they say it's hara hachi bu. And that's before they eat their dinner. And what that means is I'm going to stop eating when I'm 80% full. So it's just a little reminder that we don't have to eat until we can't move, but hara hachi bu is I'm only going to eat until I'm 80% full. And then the last one is friends at 5 or wine at 5. And really it's about having that glass of wine or that glass of tea or coffee with a group of loved ones or friends and just fostering that connectivity. And then our last one, which is really the foundation of our Power 9, and that's connection. So connection to the community, to your loved ones. In fact, one of our Power 9, which is my favorite, is loved ones first. A lot of the original 5 Blue Zones, they actually, the elders are really the most valuable people. So as you age, your value really increases for the community and your family. So really kind of instilling that family first opportunity. And like I mentioned, Loma Linda being a very much a Seventh-day Adventist community, having a faith-based relationship. And it doesn't matter what that is, but attending a faith-based service can actually add 4 to 14 years to your life. And it's just kind of that sense of belonging, that sense of purpose, kind of, that connection to an extended community. If those are positive people, that can really impact your own behaviors. So forming those positive relationships and having that core people that you can really depend on throughout your life is extremely important.
The other thing that I really loved, and I'm a communicator by trade, so I love these plays on words and I guess it's alliteration. I'm getting a little rusty. I've been doing development too long, but so the life radius, people, places, and policy. I love that because it's so simple, kind of hones it in down to 3 kind of subjects. Can you talk us through those?
So, the whole concept of blue zones is making the healthy choice the easy choice. And when we're looking at that, we really look at making small environmental changes. And when we're doing that, we look at somebody's life radius. So kind of where they spend the majority of their time. So whether that's work or home. And how can we make small changes in that? It's usually about a 10-mile radius to the environment. And where we can make those small changes is people, place, and policy. So when we're thinking about people, that's where Whitney, our engagement lead, comes in. And we're really connecting people to those activities within Blue Zones. So those MOIs, and what a MOI is really that positive pack, creating those connections or new friendships and relationships. And then places is we can work with organizations, schools, civic organizations or faith-based organizations, and work on them becoming a certified Blue Zones location. Your entire staff will do the real age test, and then we will give you a picture of kind of where are your strong points and where are things that you could focus on. And then we tailor that kind of certification to kind of start driving some of those places that maybe need improvement. So whether it's stress or downshifting or, moving more naturally. And working on specific things that we can measure and show improvement to get a work site certified. A grocery store, it would be like making implementations maybe at a checkout line, having a Blue Zones checkout line that doesn't have the sugary drinks or, the high sugar candies, but maybe having water and fruit. So we'll slowly be making changes throughout the community, and small changes, but it's just nudging people towards those healthy choices.
And making it easier for them to eat well.
Yeah. And then the last one is policy. And when thinking about policy, we look at built environment, we look at tobacco, and we look at food. So those are the 3 policy areas that we really are working on.
Whitney, if a business wanted to get started with the certification or even just have you come and share a little bit about how could they find you?
We do have a Grand Forks Blue Zones Project website, so they can find us there. You can also follow us on Instagram or Facebook and find out what we're up to within the community.
And I'm really excited to see some of the businesses do the certification. I know I'd love to, I don't know if my staff would let me do that with everything on our plate, but I'd love to at least, start trying some of these literally low-hanging fruit to make it easy for folks to be a little healthier and connect. So
yeah,
thank you so much.
It's amazing. And the research behind it, the decrease in healthcare costs for businesses that do become certified, decrease in absenteeism, productivity increase. So there is research and metrics behind this that really shows the true value in becoming certified.
And you can live to be 100.
Yeah, and healthy and happier.
And
right.
healthy. We could be like the oldest county in the state. Like let's set a goal.
Yeah. And the happiest. I mean,
yeah, and the happiest. Thank you both so much for being here. I appreciate it very much.
Yes, thank you.